Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl GH King. So on this video I just want to show you guys how to make a basic shito. Okay, so shito is Ghanaian black sauce like others call it. So I'm just gonna go over the ingredients. This is the main ingredients for making shito. Okay, as you learn how to make it, you can add your own ingredients, you can subtract some of the ingredients, which I wouldn't recommend because this is the main ingredients of shito. This is basically the foundation of shito. Okay, basic ingredients. So you will need some onion. Okay, so I basically blended onion. Okay, you use as much as you like. Okay, you also need some blended ginger. Okay, the ginger and onion, it depends. If you want more onion, you can use more onion. If you want more ginger, you can go ahead and use more ginger. Okay, and this is blended fish. Okay, is this fish right here? Okay, it's basically dried fish. Okay, I usually buy them dry like so in the African market, and then I blend it myself because I learned that when you buy it blended from the African market, you don't get as much as your money's worth. Okay, but when you get it yourself and then you blend it, you have a lot. Okay, so basically I use a blender to blend it, and this is the amount that I'm using. So this is also up to you. How much fish you want in your shito is also up to you. Okay, traditionally you use shrimp as well, in addition to this dried fish. Okay, you use dry shrimp, but I don't eat shrimp. Okay, so I'm just using the dried fish. Okay, the next thing is pepper. Okay, you all know Ghanaian shito is known mainly for its pepper. So this is blended hot pepper, blended African hot pepper. So that's what I'm gonna use. Not everything, I'm just gonna take as much as I want. Okay, this is one of the benefits of making your own shito. You can control how hot it is, you know. Also, this is my tomato. You don't use a lot of tomato paste. Okay, you need to use tomato paste, not tomato sauce, not puree, not diced, not fresh tomatoes, tomato paste. Okay, you need to use tomato paste, and don't use a lot. You see the amount of tomato paste to ginger and onion. This is the small can of tomato paste. Let me show you guys. Let me see if I can find one and show you guys. So basically this is the tomato paste that I use. Okay, you can use any brand, but I'm using Continental today, and this is the smallest size. If you use more tomatoes, it's gonna turn into a stew. And lastly, I have salt. So you can use spices like Maggi. I was saying, guys, you can use spices like Maggi, okay, if you want, but I like my shito to be basic and very traditional, so I'm just gonna be using salt. Also the oil that I'm gonna be using is extra virgin olive oil. You can use any kind of oil of your choice, but I am using extra virgin olive oil. Alright guys, so now that the oil is hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add the blended onion. Once you add the onion, be very careful, okay, and lower your stove because you don't want to get burned. So now I'm just gonna increase the stove again and then stir, add the onion and let it cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. I want the color to change from the white to a little bit of brown. Then I'll add the ginger. So guys, I'm looking at my onion. It's pretty much cooked, but I want it to get a little bit brown, a little bit more brown. So I'm going to wait for another 5 minutes. So in total it's gonna be 15 minutes that I waited for. Okay, and then I'll add the ginger. Alright guys, so the extra 5 minutes is up, and it's so obvious that this onion is done cooking. Okay, it's settling at the base of the pot. Okay, and the oil is all at the surface, so it's pretty much done cooking. There is no much, or there isn't any water in the onion at this point. I love the color, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the ginger. Guys, so I added the ginger. Okay, and this is how it's looking like. I'm gonna cover it and let it cook for as long as it needs until the color turns to dark brown. Alright guys, so 45 minutes later, this is how our shito is looking like. Okay, so if you guys have forgotten, this is just the ginger and the onion that we have cooked. Okay, see how brown it's looking like? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. This is the color that I want it to be looking like at this point. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the tomato paste to it, give it a gentle stir, and then I will also add the pepper. I'm adding the tomato paste and pepper at the same time because the tomato paste, you know, is paste, it's already cooked basically, and the pepper is just powder. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you add the two at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and gently add the two, give it a gentle stir, and yeah, guys, this is the amount of powdered pepper that I want to add to my shito. Like, honestly, I eat shito a lot, so I don't like it when it's like extremely hot that you know, I can barely enjoy it. I don't like it that way. You know, I like it hot, but you know, okay, to the extent that yes, I can enjoy it at the same time. So I'm just going to mix it gently because it's powdered pepper. You have to be careful before it burns your eyes, you know. So gently stir at it to make sure that the powdered pepper and the tomato paste especially, you know, mixes well in here. And as you can see, the color is changing to a bit more darker brown because of the pepper. Okay, alright guys, so I went ahead to actually, oh my god, I'm about to sneeze, is the hot pepper. Whew, I went ahead to actually add a bit more powdered pepper because I just remembered, you know, when making shito, make it a little bit more spicier than you would like, because when you store it over time, you know, the spiciness kind of decreased a little bit. So I just went ahead to add a little bit more powdered pepper, and I'm just stirring at it. In like 5 minutes, I'm gonna come and add the fish. I also added a pinch of salt. Okay, yeah, so in 5 minutes I'm gonna come and add the fish. See how thick the shito is? That's how you want your shito to be. You want it to be thick because shito is something that you can store in the fridge or outside the fridge, as long as you don't, you know, allow water to get into it. It is good. Okay, but if you're going to add meat to it, make sure you really fry that meat and it's solid hard. And if you add meat, I will encourage you to put it in the fridge so it will last longer. Okay, even if you're putting it in the fridge, make sure you don't, you know, introduce water to your shito. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm gonna leave it for 5 minutes. I will come and then I will add the fish. Guys, so my 5 minutes is up. I'm gonna go ahead and add my powdered fish, which is the last ingredient. Just like you did with the powdered what you call it, oh my god, this is a lot. Just like you did with the powdered pepper, gently mix the fish. Okay, gently mix the fish in here, and it's gonna get even thicker as you do so. Alright guys, so this is how our shito is looking like. I love the color. It's not like black at the same time it's not like light brown, you know, it's close to black as possible, but then again, you know, it's brown. I love it. So now I'm just gonna leave it on the stove on low for about 5 minutes, then I will turn it off, let it cool down, and then I'll put it in my storage bins. You guys can see the amount of oil that I use for the shito, and at the end of the process you can barely see oil in here. Like I said, shito consumes a lot of oil. Okay, so this is perfect. Some people like their shito to have a lot of oil on the surface. I don't like that, because then when I'm eating, it's like whatever I eat the shito with, it has a lot of oil. I'm not really that oily kind of person, so I like my shito looking dry. So this is how it looks like. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love you all. As always, God loves you more. After I turn off the stove and it's completely, you know, what to call it, it's completely cooled down, I will show you guys the actual color of the shito. Okay, because it will change a little bit more. Okay guys, so this is how the shito is looking like. I put it in this container. Okay, I pressed it, I went like that on it. Okay, I got 2 jars, which is gonna last me for months. Okay, but let's see how long it lasts me though, honestly, because I love some shito. I actually had some with some kenke. So yeah, your girl is good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is the basic way of making shito. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, your family. I will see you guys on another video. Bye.